J&J TV, telling your stories.
This is Nyaringo. I would like to share my observation pertaining to the recent interview of the former Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Fred Matiang. Fred Matiang has joined a group of other Kenyans who are likely to face the incumbent William Samoei Ruto for the president's come 2027. Matiang sounded fired up. He sounded presidential. He sounded very sober. He acted like a unifying figure. In fact, is likely to attract members from both sides of the political aisle. Even William Samoei Ruto's supporters, who have been ambivalent, who believe that any presidential candidate is likely maybe to revenge and put the current president in jeopardy should they emerge victorious come 2027, may decide to embrace Fred Matiang because his tone, he portrayed leadership devoid of division, and I believe he scored well. He scored very well. He sounded a man well first with government policy. He understands how government work, although he's kind of it was not very clear because he could have come out and be categorical that mistakes happened. Mistakes happened when he served under the presidency of President Uhuru Kenyatta. Mistakes happened. Young people lost their lives. He could have even apologized and say, okay, mistakes were done. Now that he's out to become the country's president, he has to reverse such apologies. When you apologize before the nation, it's not a weakness. Apology is a strength. He was also supposed to be candid when he was asked about his wealth. A public figure, why should he hide? If he's a multi-billionaire, he should say, I'm a billionaire, I'm not a poor man. I don't want to become president so that I accumulate. And as a man, he mentioned that he has served for over 9 years, almost 10 years as cabinet secretary. That's a very long period for somebody to, Matiang is wealthy. And they said, I own this piece of land, I own these houses. You see a mistake. So those are some of the things that we expected him to come out clear on. And also, we have other young people, Kenyans, who feel like, okay, Matiang was to be a bit more combative, portray more emotions, show some empathy because the emotions in the country following the killing of the Gen Zs is extremely high. And if you want to capture the national psyche, you need to step right into the shoes of those who are afflicted. They feel like Matiang was, more of a, more scholarly, trying to cover some arguments and here and there. But again, Matiang is Matiang. We can't expect Matiang to be like Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua is his own man. Kalonzo Musyoka is his own man. Natembeya is his own man. And Matiang is Matiang. So, most of these politicians have a different way of delivery. The way they address the masses, the way they highlight issues is never and will never be the same. So, by and large, according to me, I think he has the right spirit, he has the experience, he's passionate, and I think Kenyans must encourage a political culture where many diverse candidates are given the opportunity to pronounce their yearnings for the nation so that they can make the right decision in the democratic process. Universal suffrage to elect the best out of the good ones. I think, Bravo Matiang, you did your thing. There's no way Matiang could have scored 100% because he's a human being, and they say he's a human being. Mistakes have been made, Let us give him a chance, let us keep listening, and let us keep the conversation going.